go!
Love it or hate it, you cannot leave email because email is very important and email is the central system of business life all over the world, whether school, university, and company. A good email message brings you the result you want more often, even more. Writing good message every time brings you amazing opportunity to reach the people you want to reach with message about you, how intelligent, resourceful, and reliable you are. Harberry written email, even on Monday, methods can create. First, misunderstanding that generates mistakes. Second, needless dissent among employees and departments. Third, inefficiency because gathering unclear messages demand much more communication and a staggering waste of collective time and productivity. Take email seriously and it will give you many happy returns. Decision maker in your workplace who value clear communication will value you all the more. In addition, first, email offer huge opportunities to develop relationships in the course of doing business. Second, email gives you access to the loftiest heights. Third, email is your ticket to connecting with people all over the world.
Song, your first imperative in drafting an email. You have to draw your reader to open it and read it. You don't want a reputation for sending pointless in email. The list has two parts, the subject line and the opening sentence for paragraph, detailed in the following section. The challenge in writing email subjects line is to zero in what's most likely to concern or interest your reader. Only the reader you want, but you must be fair. Don't promise something in the package that isn't actually there. Openings. Subject line works best when they are as specific as possible. If it was too vague and general to capture the interest, reader may not open it. Make sure the most important words appear on your recipient's inbox window and aren't cut off the lack of space, because they are reading on smartphone and older handheld devices. Accurate subject lines always reward you. Spend some time to make the first few words intriguing. What to list because it makes me curious. Subjects: spacesuits, diapers. What to list because I'm in the market for new furniture or chairs. 20% off and free shipping. You come up with the tight subject line that communicates the cause of the message. If something means that your message doesn't have a call, it may not relevant the reader. Don't forget to review both the subject line and the entire message to see whether you are perfectly clear why you writing and what outcome you want. Furthermore, be sure to review your subject line after you write the rules message. Drafting the message first and then distilling the subject line is often easy. Don't be lazy changing the subject line of long message threads. If you don't, people may overlook your new inputs. If the first email of a series is identified as idea for fables, proposals. For example, a new subject line might say fables, proposal, note 3 updates. Keep the subject obviously concerned to everyone. Using appropriate salutations. Dear, hi, hellos. You can use greeting or something else. Make sure it doesn't feel pretentious. Sometimes can come up an agreed title, sure as dear subscribers. Avoid begin homies or quickly. Also avoid generalizations like dear customer. If you are writing to an individual, they people expect to be addressed by name. In addition, it's fine if you want to start the message with the person's name. If you know it, author will or be transitioning business in a series of email.
Building message that achieve your goals. You build a successful email message at the intersection of goal and audience. Knowing your goal and your audience is especially critical when you're handling a difficult situation, trying to solve a problem or writing a message that's really important to you. Clarifying what you want email often seems like a practical tool for getting things done. You write to around a meeting, receive or deliver information, send an appointment request, help, ask or answer a question, and so on, but even simple message call for some delving into what you really want. Be the best person you can in every message you send. Every email is a building block for your reputation and future, and emails is never private. Electronic magic means your message can go anywhere anyone want to send it, and you can count on erasing it as so many published figures are shocked to discover. Assessing what matters to your audience. After you clear on what you want to accomplish with your email, think about your audience, the person or group you are writing to. One message, one style does not fit all occasions and individual. When you ask someone to do something for you in person, you adapt your message as you go along according to the other person's reaction, his words, body language, expression, tone of voice, inflection, and all the other tiny clues that tell you how the other person is receiving your message in the moment you are delivering it. An email message, of course, provides no visual or oral feedback. Your words are on their own, so your job is to think through in advance how your reader is most likely to respond, and base what you write on that. Anticipating a reader's reaction can take a little imagination. You may find you're good at it. Try holding a two-way conversation with the person in your head. Observe what she say and how she say it. Note any area of disdain and other clues. If your goal is really simple, like a request to meet, but even then, you're better off knowing whether this particular recipient needs a clear reason to spend time with you. How much notice she prefers if she already has set feeling about the subject you want to discuss, and so on. It makes a difference if you are writing to someone higher up the ladder with a cruising schedule, or your colleague next door. You can tilt the result in your favor even for a seemingly minor request by taking account for such things. The more important your message is to you, the more carefully you must think it out and consider your reader framework. Determining the best content after you know your goal and audience. You have the groundwork in place for good content decision. You know how to judge. Think about audience benefits. This important marketing concept applies to all persuasive pitches. Benefits speak to the underlying reason you want something addressed. For example, possesses features like color, style, and craftsmanship, but the benefit is that it makes the words feel beautiful. When you're planning a message and want it to succeed, think about the audience and goal and write down your first ideas about matching point and benefits. Finding the right tone for email. In everyday email, your tone contributes heavily to coming across as empathic, so never overlook it. Tone is the success as it applies, but here is how to look at it for email in particular. Imagine yourself in conversation with him and determine where his work-life personality fall along the spectrum of formal and reserved to casual and friendly, and also the atmosphere and professional relationship you have with him. Your email tone can correspond if you're writing to someone you don't know or to a group toward the more formal, but a word sounding still or indifferent, conveying a degree of warmth and caring is nearly always appropriate, because who doesn't like that? We all want to feel we matter and that we are respected. Strive for positive energy in all your email unless for some reason it feels inappropriate to the subject.
Structuring your middle ground. Think your email message like a sandwich. The opening and closing hold your content together and the rest is the filling. Viewed in this way, most email is easy to organize. Complicated messages full of the subtle ideas, in-depth instructions, or pronouncements are interpreted through the medium anyway. Try this. Here are a list of how to plan a message, demonstrating how the middle works. Take a message out vertically or are in the progress of writing. Figure out the basic content by brainstorming. What points will accomplish your goal in terms of your target audience? Add outline in the presenting section. Then do the following. 1. Write a neat simple list of the points to make. One example is the list I create to convey. Then to come to a meeting with a positive mindset in the determining the best content section. 2. Scan your list. Frame your list. Your list is the sentence or paragraph that carrying tells leader why you are waiting and what you want to wear most like to engage their interest. Starting with the bottom line is almost always your best approach for organizing a message. Remember the leader's mantra, don't bully the lead. Skipping the subject line for now can be like this. Hi Jane, I'm ready to show you how using new social media can help us increase market share for our entire Excel line. After checking the online calendar for your availability, I scheduled the demo for March 5 at 2 p.m. Can you meet with me my term then? You then simply march toward this point the body of the message. For example, my research showed that two companies industries have repeated 50 to 20% increase in market share in just a few months. Fourth, the new media I have identified and potentially move Excel out of the sales doldrums of the past 2 quarters. Future, we will be positioning our department at the cutting edge of strategic social media marketing. If we check it as I typically, I see the whole company taking notice of our creative leadership. The thinking you did before started to write now pays handsome dividends. With a little resurfing of the 4 points, you have a persuasive memo that feels naturally organized and logical. You got only one know your content, but also how it fits together. Moreover, your simple invitation has an excellent chance of bringing Jen to the demonstration with an interest and positive attitude. This process may sound easy to do with an invented example, but actually working with the real ideas, leaders, and facts is even easier. You simply need to spell out for yourself such factors as how the person you want to meet will benefit by seeing you, why your recipient will find the report or proposal of interest, why the employment manager should read your resume. Review the list your example, decide which point best serve your purpose, and put them in a logical order. Your list may include more thought than you need for a convincing message, and you can be selective. That's fine, cut them out. Just enough is better than too much.
After you write your read and the middle, you have the cause. Your cause is only need to reinforce what you want. An email doesn't need to end dramatically. Often it's work to circle back to the beginning and add any necessary information to the ask. If requesting a decision, saying something like, I look forward to knowing your decision by October 21st. If you're daring a report, your cause may be, I appreciate your review. Let me know if you have any questions. Sign of courtesy and tailor the degree of formality to the occasion and relationship. If you are writing to a very consultative person or a businessman in another culture, a formal closing like sincerely is often the best. This is a good example to close your email like, cheers, faithfully,
Many thanks. Warmly, Tuesday. How not to end an email. There are some cursing that you should avoid, like love, talk soon, see ya later, see you, so, thanks hugs.
Email deserves your best writing, editing, and proofreading skill. Often the message is who you are to your audience. You may be communicating with someone you will never meet, in which case the virtual interaction determines the relationship and the success of the message. At other times, crafting good email means you have the opportunity to present your case in the present or progress to the next stage of doing business.
And here are some of business world occasions when you should think. First, introducing yourself. If you are a new veterinarian in town, writing to the patient list, or need to explain why a VIP should give you 10 minutes of her time. Making a request. If you want a referral, a recommendation, an informational interview, a special assignment, a corner office, and writing letter. Pitching something. If you sell a product or service, one effective way is with a sales letter, either via the post office or email. Presenting formal application. When you apply for a job, submit proposal, or compete for an education opportunity 9 times out of 10. You need a cover letter. Saying thank you, I'm sorry, or expressing sympathy. Such messages are important and should be carefully personalized and meticulously written and present. Expressing appreciation. If someone gives you a wonderful break, take a chance on you, offer significant advice, or make an introduction for you. Congratulating someone, supervisor, co-worker, supplier, everyone welcome a grateful, congratulatory note when reaching a milestone or achieve something. Documenting for legal purpose. Letters can be called for as official records in relation to job offers, agreements, performance reviews, and warning. Seeking redress. If you have a complaint about product or service, or how you have been treated, or how print or digital publication had a misrepresent you or your organization to be taken seriously, write a letter expressing opinions and concerns. Yes, Virginia newspapers and other publications still run letters to the editor, and those editors know that this section is usually the most read feature of all, but it takes a good letter to be heard. Inspiring people to care. If you want friends to actively support a cause you believe in, money, time, connections, a letter bear much better. Ruining privacy. Letters carried by the postal system are private documents protected by the correspondence principle. In many countries, it is illegal to open letters in transit.